What's up, YouTube? My name is Jason, and this is my take. And I'm back with another review, and today we're going to talk about the new Mary J. Blige album, Good Morning Gorgeous. The Queen has returned. Mary J. Blige is back with 13 new tracks. Now, it's weird. Mary J. Blige is somebody who I know so many of her songs, like so many from the beginning, but I've never really listened to that many albums from her. I find that's the case with a lot of older artists that I like. Like, I know most all of their discography or a lot of songs, but I never got it in album form. But I think the only two albums I listened to in full top to bottom were What's the 411 and My Life, which are both albums from the early 90s that feature some of Mary's classic like songs that, got her that rise to fame. And what I love so much about Mary J. Blige, she's an R&B artist, but she's so into the hip hop space as well. A lot of her production has elements of hip hop as well, rather than the typical R&B ballads that you would get from her as well. And I think that's what's garnered so much respect from her in both genres, and why she is considered a queen in that regard. So I've always found that really interesting about her. But look, honestly, I was just excited to jump into this thing. My first time in a very long time listening to a full album by Mary J. Blige, and listen, this woman came back like she never left. This was a great project. That sees Mary J. Blige talking about love, heartbreak, and just the confidence and self-love that keeps her going to this day. So let's hop right into the highlights on this thing. The song No Idea was a great way to start off the album, really set the tone and the energy for this thing. And Mary was sounding as great as ever and was singing with so much confidence. Another standout being the song Here With Me featuring Anderson .Paak. And Anderson .Paak delivers vocally as we all expect. This is a very smooth track, and I really love the synth bass hits on this track. And on this song, it seems as if Mary is speaking on somebody who is present, but only really physically. Mary wants a man who is present in all aspects when they're together and really just not take her time for granted. I love the song Rent Money featuring Dave East. And Mary J. Blige is speaking on a past divorce where in that divorce she had to fork over so much money that it seemed like all she had money for was rent. And I saw a little interview or snippet of her talking about just how long that process was, and how she had to give up way more money than she thought she did, and how that was being demanded from her, and just how it took a toll on her. So, I feel really bad that happened. There was a perk pattern on here, but no drums, and I thought the song really worked without drums. And I love the key progression as well. And Dave East was a great addition to this track. He flowed nicely on this track. The title track, Good Morning Gorgeous, was great. I love the different notes that Mary was hitting on this track. Like, she was just taking it everywhere, and man, age has not done anything to Mary J. Blige's voice. Like, she still sounds so great. And I love how Mary is just like talking to herself and giving herself so much encouragement and self-love, and it's like she's doing it in the mirror, and that's super relatable, because sometimes I like to do that and just in the morning just speak positivity and energy into myself to just get the day started. But I think that my favorite track on this album is the song Love Without Heartbreak. The drum break on this track is just so smooth. It's not overwhelming and not loud, but it really just does its job. And on this song, Mary's just speaking on how love it's just been so hard for her through the years, and at this point, like, can I just have the easy parts? Can I have the good pieces of love? Like, do I have to deal with all this other stuff? I've dealt with it too much. On the other side of things, I did want to speak on a few tracks that didn't move me. The first being the song Love Will Never. And I honestly wonder how this song would have sounded in a different place, because it's coming right after such an energetic intro. Like, it was just a complete shift, and it came off really underwhelming. The song Amazing featuring DJ Khaled just felt like a DJ Khaled mainstream track that may have been on his last album. I don't know, it just sounded weird, Mary over this type of beat. It didn't really fit. And, I didn't expect to come into this album and get some screaming from DJ Khaled, but, here we are. Finally, another disappointing track was the song On Top featuring Fivio Foreign. I do not enjoy Mary J. Blige on a drill beat. I just don't. And the thing is, Fivio Foreign did his thing, but it's kind of becoming predictable at this point whenever I see featuring Fivio Foreign. I like him, and I think he raps great and all, but it's just like, is he always got to be over this type of production? Like, I already know what I'm going to get as soon as I see it. And, Pop Smoke, for example, his last two albums, changed it up. There was very production. It wasn't just drill beats. And I know Fivio Foreign is the same type of artist who can rap over many things. So it's just like, I kind of want to hear him when he's a feature over something different. Like, is that too much to ask? But other than that, man, this is great to hear some more Mary J. Blige. This is a dope project. It seems like Mary can do this thing for 20, 30 more years if she really wants to. Singing with so much confidence and so much energy, like she did in the 90s, early 2000s with some of her greatest hits. This thing was cool, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Mary J. Blige continuing to drop projects. She also had a really dope Super Bowl performance on Sunday too. So, you know, it's just been great to see and hear from Mary J. Blige. And I'm gonna give this album a 7 out of 10. So what were you guys' thoughts on this new Mary J. Blige album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite tracks? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another week of Jason's Take. Got more reviews coming for you guys. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Jason. This has been my take, and I'll see you next time.